Howdy folks, in today's video we'll go ahead and do a quick review and we'll check out LG's 24-inch 4K monitor. I got it to replace my center monitor, which up until now has been the Dell 22-inch 1080p. Let's go ahead and check it out. Putting it together on the stand was fairly quick and easy. There is a bracket that is attached from the bottom part to this vertical piece right here, and then there are two screws and then a cover that attached to the monitor. So that part was fairly nice, quick and easy. One thing that I did discover right away, and I'm coming from using Dell monitors for all my entire life. I don't think I had anything other than Dells. With Dell monitors, you can move them up, down, left, right, tilt them as you need to. In this case with LG, at least with this stand, you can only move it, kind of do the tilt, but there is no movement left, right, nor can you adjust the height on it by default. Now, of course, you can move this whole stand as you need to for the left-right capabilities, but you still cannot adjust the height if that is something that you require. In my case, the reason I got this one is that I'm intending to eventually put it on a VESA mount. I'm not ready to do that quite yet, but that is my plan to use for the future, and then that lack of capability for me would not be an issue. But if it is something that you're not considering doing, then definitely consider that you cannot adjust that height using the default stand that comes in. In terms of ports, we have two HDMI ports right here. There is a headphone jack, what it looks like, and a display, full display port right here, and the power jack as well. And anticipating the fact that I'll be planning to put them on the VESA mount, I actually got a high quality display port cable that is longer so that it will work with the VESA mount. So I already have that. And this is a display port. It's actually an 8K rated cable already. So I'm going to give that a shot and see how that works. I like that this cable also has a LED indicator light to let you know of the connection. Alright, so once the driver issues have been sorted out, everything is recognized appropriately. LG's own driver installation utility does not appear to be working correctly. So what I mean by this is that even though it says it was installed successfully, checking this monitor in Device Manager actually still shows it as generic driver being used for this display, which, well, obviously is not the case. However, I had to manually actually select the driver in order for it to be recognized appropriately, and now when I look at the Device Manager, it does recognize this display, and I'm already starting to see a difference in terms of quality by watching some things in 4K. Once I got the drivers installed and everything, and they look great, I loaded up several 4K videos, and it was actually very nice to see the noticeable difference between 1080 and 4K. And yes, on a 24-inch monitor I was able to tell the difference. It was not too hard to spot it. So it is kind of interesting that I've been doing 4K videos myself for a while, but I was actually producing them, or editing them rather, on a 1080p monitor. So it was kind of interesting to see my own videos that I've done in 4K, to see them in 4K. It is actually quite nice. So I do like that. I will point out, and I don't know, it's probably going to be just way too hard to see if we can get some details. So right now it is in 4K. I'm actually going to drop this to 1080. And as I said, I don't know if the phone will, if the camera will pick it up. But 1080, before having a 4K monitor, now 1080 looks like 720. If I'm going to drop it to 720, that looks like 480. And by the way, YouTube did drop the HD from 720p, so that is no longer considered HD anymore. So now we're going to go to 480. And again, I don't know how well the video recording will show that, but I'm going to go to 1080, which looks really good. But once I go to 4K, to the naked eye, I can see the difference. Power button also functions as a joystick, so we can go ahead and choose to go into a menu and do customizations. By default, however, if you're going to move it left or right, it is set to do volume. since this monitor doesn't have any speakers, it doesn't really make sense to use it as a volume adjustment unless you actually plug in headphones into it and then get audio through DisplayPort or HDMI, for example. So a better use for that would have been other functions or maybe some quick actions. However, once we do get into the menu, then we're able to make changes or tweak any configurations that we may need, and we have plenty of options to do so. So overall, we do have a good quality monitor with good 4K resolution and display quality. No complaints there. I guess the only issue I will mention is that every time we turn on the monitor, or if computer or the monitor wakes up from sleep, on the top right-hand section, we always get this little pop up for a second that tells us which input of the monitor we're using and what are the current energy level preferences that are set for it, and the color profile. It just shows up for a second or so, not a major annoyance or anything, but again, I already know what I need. I don't need that pop-up every single time. It does not appear that there is a way to get rid of it, but as I said, it only shows up quickly once when the monitor is woken up from sleep, when it's been off, etc. Other than that, everything is good, and hoping this monitor continues to function trouble-free for many years to come. Thanks everybody for watching. Hopefully you have found this video helpful and beneficial, and have a great day. Bye-bye.